guest, welcome to today's Big Brother 19 updates and spoilers. Our house guest crew of the day, we have Christina Dune, Beth Morgan, and Daniel Fernandez. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our patrons. You guys are the reason why we're able to do this every summer, so thank you so much for helping us out. And I also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Joker's Updates. Thank you for posting our videos on your website this summer. You've helped to make it the best summer ever. We love you. Seriously, I've been looking at the Joker's message boards and updates for probably at least like a decade now. So it was like a dream come true to be working with you guys this summer. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Alright, I have more people to thank later, but first, let's talk about what's been happening in the house. This is the last spoiler, oh my god. Okay, so yesterday there was an HOH lockdown in the afternoon, and Paul was like, oh my god, is this the finale? Is the finale tonight? I think they gave them a rundown of what the finale is going to be like. They're going to compete in part 3. They're going to sit around on the couch for a long time while we watch the packages. The jury will question them. No. Somebody will be evicted, the jury will question them, and then somebody's gonna win this pig. So yeah, the finale was not last night, just in case you were wondering. But the house guests were in a really freaking weird mood last night. You know, like when you're all excited about something, but you're also nervous, so you're just like, ah! And you're all like slap happy and also like angry and you want to punch somebody in the face. That's what it was like last night. So Paul was doing some cleaning to try and like channel some of his anxiety. So Josh was on his case about it. He's like, wow, this is the first time you've cleaned all season. So Christmas was like, why are you bothering Paul? Why are you getting on his case like this? And Josh was like, he was picking on me this morning. Try all season. Hello. Paul has been picking on Josh all season, okay? He can tell one joke and be like, hey, you're cleaning, huh? But Christmas is like, no, don't mess with Paul. So she decides to retaliate and toss around Josh's clothes that he's been packing in the money bedroom. So, yeah. Then Christmas gave Josh a talking to in the storage room. And Josh was like, Paul panicking is making me panic because he's usually really calm, and now that he's freaking out, I'm like, bah! So Christmas is like, remember all those times that you freaked out and me and Paul were there for you? She says, I need you to get your shit together and be there for Paul. I can't handle this. So then she's like, everything's fine. We're all walking away complete winners. And she says, let's just enjoy the present. The anxiety is just excitement. Like, we don't know what tomorrow's going to be like. Let's just enjoy this time together now. And she says that you getting worked up is putting more pressure on Paul. So just stop it. And then Josh is like, should I go hug him? Christmas says, whatever, just don't pick on him. Try to comfort him. So Josh is like, okay, I'll calm down. I'm sorry, I have to do it. Happy finale. So then Josh is like, hey Paul, do you want a hug? Paul says, no. I have high anxiety right now and my chest really hurts. I believe he said he thought he had a minor heart attack. I'm pretty sure it was just a panic attack, but whatever. Okay, so moving on. Josh was trying to prepare a nice family dinner while Paul and Christmas were napping. And he was like, yeah, we're just so stressed out that I feel like we need this dinner to just like do something nice for ourselves. That's sweet. So he was also saying this was his first time making rice. So, what? Yeah, so he's a little nervous that he's gonna mess it up. And also, it seems like this may have been his first time cooking vegetables because he cleaned off the carrots with freaking soap. Soap, okay? Can't you get sick from that? That just does not seem right. It's not right. That's not how you clean vegetables, but whatever. So Josh goes to the Apple Lounge to talk to the cameras while his food was cooking. Maybe not the wisest choice, but we'll see. So Josh is like, oh, most likely effing up the rice right now. Yeah. And then he starts talking about the game. He confirms that he will definitely be bringing Paul to the final 2 if he wins that final HOH because he thinks that he would lose to Christmas. He says that she's on better terms with the jury. I definitely remember Christmas being a jerk to a lot of people on the jury, so I don't know. But anyway, he also says Paul is a vet, and yeah, he played a great game, but the jury does not want to see a vet win this season. Okay, so then he says, this is why it's confusing. Okay, this is really weird. I feel like maybe an alien invaded Josh's body and took over, because he just said that Paul played like this aggressive game. But then he's like, Paul played it safe and hasn't really made any moves. Wait, what? Paul hasn't made any moves? Okay, do you not understand? All of your moves were Paul's moves. Paul manipulated you to make the moves that you made. Paul manipulated everyone, almost, to make the moves that they made. So yeah, Paul made some big moves. So Josh is finally putting some thought into his jury speech. He's like, oh man, I gotta sum up my whole game in 90 seconds. I can sum it up in like 2. I did what Paul told me to. That's his game. But anyway, he starts going through Paul's game moves, and he says he took out Alex and Jess. He was a big part of putting a target on Mark and Elena to take them out. He says he picked his allies week 1 and stuck with them throughout the whole game, which I kind of have a problem with, because remember how freaking wishy-washy Josh was for the majority of the game? He kept going back and forth, making deals with everyone and being like, I want to go to the final 3 with you, and then saying the exact same thing to like Jason and Alex. I mean, he was all over the place. But then because he's at the end with Paul and Christmas, he's like, I was working with them the whole time. I feel like all 3 of them have done the same thing. They've all said that. Maybe Christmas was the only one who was, I don't know. Christmas was, what did she even do? I don't know. But Josh, that was not on purpose. Josh says he called people out and exposed their games. He put targets on them. He won competitions when they were thrown to him. Oh, wait, when he needed to. I guess he did win that veto on his own, and that first HOH was a crapshoot, so technically it wasn't thrown to him. But he says he threw people off their games. He even compared himself to that guy in sports who's like the annoying shit talker, and he's always running his mouth to the other team. I hate that guy. I think a lot of people do. And he's like, yeah, people didn't know how to zone me out, and they really underestimated me. And he's also taking credit for tying Paul and Christmas in with Alex and Jason for all those weeks. I feel like Paul did that. Wasn't Paul the link between Alex and Jason and Christmas and Josh? Remember when he was like bouncing between the pairs? I feel like that was Paul. But anyway, then Josh realizes, oh crap, I still got food cooking. He burnt the carrots and he messed up the rice. It was all mushy and unseasoned, so Paul wakes up from his slumber and joins Josh in the kitchen. He's feeling better now, so they finally have that hug from earlier. And then Paul tries Josh's rice, tells him to throw it out. His review for the carrots, not that bad. They aren't that bad. Okay, so Paul helped him to recook the dinner because he messed up the rice. They made some weird-ass rice. Apparently this is a thing, like peanut butter and like hot sauce or something in rice. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I'm not going to judge it before I try it, but it's like, I've never heard of that. That's interesting. So then, yeah, they have their family dinner. Christmas definitely gave Josh some attitude, and it was like really awkward for a few minutes because he was like, we're waiting for you, and she was like straightening her hair. I think she had to have it a certain way for the diary room, and she was like, give me an effing minute. And then she freaking chastised him when she came over to the table, and she was like, you wait patiently for a woman when she's getting ready, and then you are like just honored to be in her presence when she decides to show up, or like some weird shit like that. It was just too much. It was too much. So then the rest of the night was uneventful, just like talking about other house guests, trying to figure out who's gonna be bitter, who's gonna be cool to hang out with, blah blah blah. And then today happened. Did anybody else hear that audio leak this morning? It was just before 9 a.m. All the house guests were asleep, and you could clearly hear production practicing for part 3 of the HOH competition running through it. I don't think the audio was leaking in the house. I think it was just on the feeds. But it was very clear to hear that the format is going to be like the scale one with the questions with answer A or B. However, I could not make out the questions, so I'm not sure if they were the actual ones or just placeholders. Also, I don't know if it's the whole, this juror said blah, 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 and then you have to complete the thought. So I couldn't hear the questions, so I don't know if that's what it was, but I'm assuming that's what it's going to be. So yeah, that was kind of fun to hear. It was not Julie reading the questions. Okay, Julie does not come in until later. So the house guests got up around 9:30 a.m. Group hug in the kitchen, which went on for far too long. I was uncomfortable watching it. They're all like, thanks for watching, America. Josh is running around like a little toddler baby, talking to the cameras. Hola, familia. He said, this is the best day ever, blah, blah, blah. Josh and Paul were dancing around to the circus music for one last time. I'm not even going to sing it because I can't. It's done. Never again. Also, already, tears from Josh. He's emoshi. He said this is going to be one of the most important days of his life. He's excited to see his family and friends, but he's also sad to leave these two people that he loves so much. He loves waking up next to them in the morning. So Paul's just like, damn, homie, get it together. We're not dying. So then Paul talks about how he thinks that Over the Top is going to be starting soon. Nope. And he would like to see Josh and Big Meech be on it together. That would be a lot. But they don't even know about Celebrity Big Brother starting in the winter. That's crazy. So anyway, the feeds went down at 10 a.m. and that's it. That's it. So Paul and Josh are going to face off in part 3 of the final HOH tonight. And whichever one wins, they're most likely going to take each other unless something crazy happens. But they've made it very clear to the cameras that they're taking each other. So we can only assume that's what's going to happen. Where are you going? And I just can't wait for the jury roundtable with Dr. Will and the questions for the final 2 because I think it's going to be lit. And yeah, after that, we're going to find out who wins this thing. It's got to be Paul, right? Here's the thing. I think game-wise, Paul deserves to win because I think he played the hardest. He manipulated the hell out of these people. And compared to Josh, who I'm assuming is also going to be in the final 2, I know as a juror, I would vote for Paul. However, if Paul does lose, I think it's justified because his gameplay was really dirty and he made huge mistakes right towards the end of the game. Piss poor jury management. Why would you not own up to your moves and your goodbye messages? Josh really freaking scooped him with those. And just like, I feel like all the bullying this season was unnecessary. Not cool. So I would not be surprised if he lost to Josh, but we'll see. So a couple things I want to say also about this season. I was so excited about the shelter animals being shown while the feeds were down. And I hope lots of those beautiful babies were adopted into loving families. And I hope they do that again next season because I think it was really awesome. All right. Also, I want to give a huge thanks to my mom who films every one of these, edits them, and has to deal with me being like, this season sucks. So, thank you so much for putting up with everything. You're the best. And I also want to give a huge shout out to my dogs who run in here every time we're filming one of these, and they are now trained whenever I say much love and they hear the camera beep at the end, they know that it's over and they start walking out. So I feel like they're like my special crew when we film these. I love you, Flash and Lucy. And I feel like I'm accepting an award right now, but I'm just a loser. I also want to thank all of you guys so much for watching this season. It has been like a magical summer. I don't know how else to describe it, but I've really been feeling the love from you guys, and I really appreciate it so much. So I hope you guys stick around in the future, and after this is over, we're going to be focusing a lot on one of our other channels. It's called Vegan as Fork. So even if you guys aren't vegan, we're going to be posting a lot of fun recipes that I think you'll enjoy, and like lifestyle videos, stuff like that. So check that out if you're interested, and we'll see you for Celebrity Big Brother. Okay, so, and Survivor, thanks. And Survivor, definitely. So yeah, don't forget to watch tonight's chat. Should be a lot of fun, and have a great, not summer. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, much love.